Hi friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to look how can we send a JSON response from our Express application. So this is our sample application which is created using the Express generator, and currently in this users route we are sending a response which you can see from the browser. If you open this URL localhost 3000/users, you can see it is responding with a response which is of type HTML. If you open the in web inspector, you can see that the response type is currently HTML. All the responses that this application is generating is currently of a HTML only, but most of the cases we will be building REST APIs using Express.js. So in this video we can examine how can we send a dummy JSON response with the Express application. So here I am changing this code because it's currently simply sending a simple string response which is rendered as a HTML. Here we are creating a list of users. Since it is a users route, I am just creating a list of users. So currently we don't have any database connectivity, that's why we are creating a dummy JSON. So in the upcoming videos we will modify this and we'll be reading the data from actual database. So here we are creating a dummy data. Here we have few columns like ID and name and email. So I'm just creating two dummy data for the time being. So ID will be 2 and so we will be sending this data, this users data as the response of this endpoint, and we'll be removing this one. For the Express application, in order to send the JSON response, we can use response.json and pass our data. If you provide this data as the input for the JSON function, and if you save this thing and if you open the browser, you can see that this data is now currently printed as JSON data. So if you open this, you can see we have the JSON data. Even though browser is showing the HTML, it's actually JSON data. So you can also or test this using the Postman. Postman is a API testing tool. So if I pass this URL, this localhost 3000/users and request type of get, I will get the same exact data. If you open the response window, you can see that we got the same response, and this is how we can simply send a JSON response from our Express application. So for reading the data, we will be using the request type will be always a get type of request. That's how it works. So whenever you read a data from the backend application or from the database, the response type will be, the request type will be always a get type. So if you open this thing, you can see we have multiple request types are available, and we will be examining all these in the upcoming videos. And if you open the route file, you can see that here we are using the router.get method. So that's why we are using this get type of request. If you try with any other method, like if you open router dot, you can see we have all other methods are still available, but in this we are using the get method, and the path parameter, as discussed in the previous videos, we are using slash, but it's actually a user's route. So that's why route is starting with the slash users path, and it's an index path for the users route. So that's how we can send a dummy JSON response with the Express application. So in the upcoming videos, we will be examining all other kind of responses and all other kind of request types, and how we can connect all these things with the database and actually read the data from the database. All these things we will be covering in the upcoming sections. So response, we have data part as well as we can send a status as well. By default the status will be 200. So if you want to send a custom HTTP status, that you can pass here. If I pass response.status as 422, you can verify that if you send the request, you can see we get this as an error, but the status has been changed. So that's how we can change the HTTP status of the application. So by default we will not be using this, but in any case, because when we are building a real-time application, there will be chances of errors. So in those situations, if a validation is failing or some other database errors occurs, we will be setting a custom HTTP status in that case. But by default it will load the status as 200 only, and 200 okay means everything loads correctly, the response has got successfully from the server, and the client can proceed with this data. So we'll be examining more examples in the upcoming videos with various request types, and see you then.